Good morning, students. Today, before starting our lesson, let's have some talk. So tell me, have you ever been in a zoo? Yes, most of you are in zoo. So, what zoo? Alipur Zoo, right? Okay. And what you get there? Huge crowd, the excitement, your favorite animals like tiger and lions, etc. Right? Okay. But in today's topic, there is a twist. And what is that? Today, we are going to learn the peace in a new perspective and from the insider perspective. Now, obviously, you can guess the topic. And our topic's name is A Day in the Zoo, written by Gerald, Durrell, an English author and zookeeper. He founded the Durrell Wild Conservation Park. Now, let's move on to our story. In today's topic, we get to see the another perspective as I told you earlier. And Durrell, at the very opening line, it is clear that we get that the difference between the insider perspective and the outsider perspective. Well, Durrell said that it is one thing to visit the zoo and it is quite another thing to live in it. Now, what is live in it? Durrell actually live in that zoo and it is a huge responsibility and you are on the duty 24/7, but there is some great privilege. Now what is that? The privilege is you can get the animals much before even the first visitor arrives. আশা করি তোমরা আমাদের এই গল্পটা বুঝতে পারছো এবং নিজেরাও ফিল করতে পারছো যে আমরা জুতে গিয়ে কিরকম দেখি, কিন্তু আসলে যারা জু কিপার হয় বা জু যারা রক্ষণাবেক্ষণ করে তাদের লাইফ কিরকম ভাবে কাটে। Now again we have the text and we are going to part the text into three parts. The first one is the morning session. And what we can get in the morning. The zoo starts at the pre-dawn time, and we can divide it until 10 a.m. At the pre-dawn time, the zoo opens actually Ghumhani Zoo with the songs of birds and like robins, and we can get the sight that peahens on the lawns, etc. At the 8 a.m. the staff arrive and they clean the animals and cook the food for them. Now coming back to the second part, that is daytime, and it is start from 10 a.m. onwards. At 10 a.m. the gate of the zoo opens for the visitors. All the visitors come and see the animals, but there should be some responsibilities also for the zookeepers. And now what is that? They ensure that the visitors shouldn't harm the animals. Now coming back to the third part, that is night. After the day's end, the visitor gone and the zoo again the peaceful environment. Again the animals are settled in for their night. Now after the summary of the text, there is some message. Now, what is the message of that text? The message is, we can learn that the insider or the zookeeper or the staff has huge responsibility for the animals. But we, the visitors, what about us? We also take some responsibilities, and we should. Now, what is that? The responsibilities is that we shouldn't harm the animals. We should be much careful to them. We shouldn't throw any stones or pick any animals with any big stick. আমাদের এগুলো একদমই করা উচিত না. We shouldn't give the lighted cigarette to the chimpanzee. This is so inhuman activities. And we shouldn't, and যখনই আমরা অন্য কাউকে দেখব, we also told them that we shouldn't do this.